What would cause a juror to have a whiplash moment? And now let me explain. This is listening to Cassie's testimony, and after she said something, that a juror would immediately turn and look in Diddy's direction. What would cause that? Let me explain. There were two different parts in her testimony. One part when she was talking about Diddy throwing furniture at her, and another part when she was talking about how Diddy had told her that he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car, and he wanted to do it in front of Kid Cudi's friends so they can see Kid Cudi's car get blown up in his driveway. During these two separate parts of testimony, there were two different jurors, one juror for each of that part of the testimony, where they were looking at Cassie and then immediately looked at Diddy, or in Diddy's direction, from what I could tell. Again, as a reminder, I was sitting in the back of the courtroom, but their head, there was no mistaking that their head did this whiplash movement. It was super fast. So I wanted to explain this from a body language perspective, like why this happens. So when you hear something that is super shocking, okay, you're not expecting it, you have this reflex. It's almost like you have a momentary freeze, and I'm talking about milliseconds here. And then your body has to reorient from hearing this shocking information. So it needs to reorient itself, and it does that pretty fast, because what's happening is your mind is trying to match what you're hearing to who you're hearing it about. And so that makes sense, right? Because then you're looking at the person who you're hearing it about. In this case, it's Diddy, and then you're trying to size him up. You're trying to figure out, is this true? Is this really match up with what I know about you? Or if you don't know anything about someone, looking at a person like, could you really do that? But then you're also trying to figure out their emotional state. How do they feel after hearing this information? Are they angry? Are they guilty? Is there any shame? Right? So you're assessing, you're building up, you're trying to break down this person's emotional state in the moment. Just trying to figure them out, trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. So the person who has that whiplash response, where you hear something that's startling to you and you immediately look to the person that they're talking about, it's like this primal response. It's this non-verbal attempt to resolve any emotional dissonance, which is this disconnect in what you see versus what you're feeling. You're like, does this match? Does this make sense? So I'm telling you this because there were a couple whiplash moments in the court. Oh, there was another one too. So with a different juror, they were showing evidence in court, and there was a photo of Cassie, and they were showing bruises on her lower back. There was a bruise on her lower back, and then there was a bruise on her upper thigh. And these photos are side by side each other. And there was a juror who just sat up, was looking at their screen, and then they started playing with their fingers, like rubbing their fingers. However, this juror wasn't doing that previously, which just leads me to believe that this caused some type of unsettling feeling for this particular juror. Some stress. When you're feeling stress, you're feeling tension, you're feeling some type of way, your body finds a way to release that feeling. One way of releasing that pent-up energy that you're having is to self-soothe. So where this particular juror wasn't doing anything with their hands, but upon seeing these photos, then they start rubbing their fingers, led me to believe that that was a moment of discomfort for them. So there you have it, little bits and snippets of what I could see from where I was in the courtroom of the jury, which was not much. So if you like this video, give it a like and make sure you follow my account so that way I can give you more insights into the Diddy trial.